We all want to succeed, right? It's a basic human drive. But what if the whole picture of success we've been sold our entire lives is, well, totally wrong? What if we're all chasing a ghost? Let's get into what real success actually is.
So, when I say that word, success, what image pops into your head? Seriously, just for a second. What do you see? Is it something really specific? Something maybe that we've all been taught to want?
I'm guessing it's probably one of these, right? Big piles of money, a powerful job title, being famous, a wall covered in degrees, or maybe those luxury cars and exotic vacations. See, this is the definition of success society just hands to us from the day we're born. And right there, that's where the great misunderstanding begins. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. We're living in this hyper-modern world, but our thinking about success is often stuck way in the past, all based on these shallow external things. It's time we explored a different way to look at it. Okay, now this slide, this lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows the huge gap between looking successful and actually being successful. Over on the left, you've got the highlight reel you see on social media. And on the right, that's the internal stuff, peace of mind, a sense of purpose, real fulfillment. One is a show for other people, and the other one is, well, it's reality. And that show is incredibly convincing, isn't it? But here's the thing the source material points out. Almost all of it is an illusion. You have people literally renting cars for photo shoots, creating this totally false image, all while they're chasing likes instead of, real achievements. And the real cost? They're losing touch with who they really are. This question just cuts right to the heart of the matter. If you get everything you thought you wanted, all the money, all the status, but you lose your peace of mind or your sense of why you're even here, is that really winning? Is that what you'd call a success? So, this brings us to a pretty radical idea. And I gotta tell you, it's gonna sound completely backward at first, but stick with me on this, because this is the secret key to understanding everything we've been talking about. Yup, you read that right. Success equals failure. Now, I know what you're thinking. Most of us think of failure as the opposite of success, the one thing you have to avoid at all costs. But the truth is, they are completely, totally linked. So here's the crucial point. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's more like a gym. It's the place you go to build your mental and emotional muscles. Every single setback, every mistake, is a lesson that just being successful can never ever teach you. It's where you earn your strength. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this perfectly. It's about this farmer who was always complaining. Ugh, the sun is too hot, or there's not enough rain, or the wind is too strong. He was absolutely convinced he could do a much better job if he was the one in charge of the weather. So, one day, God basically says, fine, you're in control. The farmer was ecstatic. He dialed up the perfect amount of sunshine, gave his crops a gentle rain whenever they needed it, and made sure there was never any harsh wind. His crops grew tall and they looked absolutely gorgeous. A picture-perfect success, right? But when harvest time came, he made a totally shocking discovery. The stalks were completely empty. There were no grains inside at all. His perfect-looking crops were a complete and total failure. He was so confused, he went back to God. And this right here is the moral of our story. God explained that by taking away every single struggle, like the strong winds that force the roots to dig deeper or the storms that build up resilience, the farmer had accidentally removed the very things that create real substance. Without a challenge, there is no strength. And hey, this isn't just a parable. This is a fundamental truth about how real-world achievement actually works. I mean, look at these names. Edison saw his 1,000 failures not as losing, but as steps in the process. Steve Jobs getting fired from Apple, that led to a period of creativity that was absolutely essential for his big comeback. And J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection. Their success wasn't just in spite of failure, it was literally built on it. So if failure is part of the process, that means we have to stop thinking of success as some kind of finish line we have to cross. So let's dive into a whole new way of thinking. Real success. It's an internal feeling. It's a way of living your life. It's that sense of fulfillment you get from doing work that actually matters to you. It's that quiet satisfaction of knowing you're living on purpose, that you're pushing your own boundaries, and that you're making a positive difference. It's a feeling, not a trophy. And here's the other big danger of seeing success as just a destination. What happens after you get there? Well, think about a piece of iron. If you leave it sitting out in the rain, it starts to rust, right? Well, when you stop growing, when you stop challenging yourself after you hit a goal, you start to stagnate. Your drive, your creativity, it all starts to decay. This quote from Earl Nightingale just captures the idea perfectly. It's not about the realization as some big, single event. It's about the progressive part, that continuous day-by-day journey toward something that you, personally, think is worthy. It's the walk that matters, not the arrival. I love that.
Which brings us to the final, and honestly the most important step in all this. If society's definition of success is a trap, and success is really a personal journey, then there's only one thing left for you to do.
This is the ultimate takeaway. If you let social media, or your family, or anyone else set the scorecard for your life, you are playing a game you can never win. You'll constantly be comparing your real, messy life to someone else's perfect highlight reel, and you will always feel like you're falling short. So it's time to ask yourself some really important questions. Let's start right here. Forget about what you're supposed to want. What activities genuinely, truly bring you a sense of joy and fulfillment? Just think of one or two right now. Okay, now let's build on that. What gets you excited to get out of bed in the morning? When you cut through all the noise, all the expectations from other people, what are the core things that really truly matter to you? We're trying to find the why behind the what you just thought of.
And finally, let's think bigger. When it's all said and done, what impact do you want to have had on the world? What story do you want your life to tell? Your answers to these questions, those are the building blocks for your own personal definition of success. That is a powerful thing to know.
So the next time you think about success, don't picture the flashy car or the corner office. Picture this instead, the quiet, unseen moments of resilience, the strength that's being built in the dark when nobody is watching. That is where real success is born, not in the spotlight, but in the struggle. And that is a definition we're chasing. So what does your definition of success look like?